twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor, and us wearing diamond shoes while you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? When I'm alone? Not on the phone. When I'm on my own. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. I should.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Panthers.
Hurts. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
On the play. It's second down.
Second down. Here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Looking to throw on second down. Gregory looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Back to throw. Gregory. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Darius Slayton. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Panthers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man is Hill. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 5 brings up second and 15 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Dobbins, the ball.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Throwing is Hurts. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Buccaneers 14, Panthers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And 6 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Gets this one to Hill. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Gregory. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On first down, Hurts. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
On first and 10, Gregory. That's complete to Slayton. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Darius Slayton with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
The kick in
the first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
17's Mike 17. We own them. We own them. Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun, Gregory. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
40-yard line.
To throw again, Gregory. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. This is Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll run it with Jones. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
56. Mike's 56. Check. Switch.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the call. Riggs. 56, Mike, 56. Let's set a tone, fellas.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from him, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Looking to throw. Gregory. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
And this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Catch made by Slayton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
33-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw again. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 7 yards the pick up there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Now for the point after.
The kick is good.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run here with Dobbins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Another run here with Dobbins. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Made at the 47-yard line. 5 yards on the play.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And some room to work. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Ball carrier.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
And the Panther first down.
SOS. Hey, smash!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hey, check 24.
They'll run with Dobbins.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
One more time with Dobbins.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Jones. Oh, and now some space to operate. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 59 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
No hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma go out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, footsteps coming, cause we coming for the
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
2-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Looking to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
First down, Panthers.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And a Panther first down.
Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Out of the gun now on third down.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Carolina. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports, and they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. On the ball now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Throwing is Hurts. Hurts fumbles it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 15 yards. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 73, Panthers 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
First down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Carolina.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Scott Miller.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And now here is another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. Accelerating, and off he goes. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Buccaneers.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Second down, here's Hurts. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And it's third down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Completion left side to Miller. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
56.
They'll look to throw again. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Buccaneers' 24-yard line.
Going for it all. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
To kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Gregory. Catch made by Slayton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You got 19 right.
Operating from the gun, Gregory. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, Gregory.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Michael Badgley lining up for the...
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
By the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready? Mike, 56, right there, 56. 18, ready. Check. Check the backer.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
56 is the mic. Now watch run. Go street. Mike 56. Mike 56.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And it's good, but it's also of little consequences. This game is over.
Buccaneers 80.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Buccaneers, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.